know what time it is to bring in Eric Raddatz with Florida Weekly. Thanks for joining us, Eric. We're going to start off by talking about the pandemic and how it's impacted homelessness across the community.
Yes, so the population that are homeless among us here are suffering even more due to the pandemic, and organizations who have been set up here to help them have also been going through sometimes difficult times and are able to help them even less. This week, Florida Weekly takes a look at our homeless population, those organizations who are out there still helping, which are places we can help point those who are in need to, how are people coping, and how these organizations are still there lending a hand to those during this pandemic.
And next in business, Eric, I like the phrase that's being used here. It's winning the future. What exactly do businesses have to do that?
Well, businesses who've made it through this last difficult year that was known as 2020, on the horizon see hopefully better things coming down. But that doesn't mean that we still couldn't have some tips to make sure that we're really winning in 2021 and not just surviving, but thriving. So we have some tips in this week's business section of Florida Weekly.
And speaking of 2020, I know that's behind us, but there might have been some books that people have missed. So what would you suggest for people looking for a new read?
Pick up Florida Weekly. Nancy Stetson, our writer who's been covering the arts for many years, she has some books that you might have missed in 2020 and now are out in 2021. And I've determined personally that there will not be enough time for, if I live to be 107, to watch and read all the books that I want to. So these are a few that really kind of stand out as the ones you don't want to miss.
All right, awesome. And lastly, people are looking for something to do, find a way to entertain themselves, either staying in or going out. You have some good options for people.
Yes, there's still virtual events taking place, and there are more events taking place live and in person. Every week, Florida Weekly pick us up for things to do. We compile a calendar all the way from Port Charlotte down to Marco Island and everywhere in between. Not just what there is to do, but some top picks, including arts, live music, Broadway shows, shows outside, and plenty in between. Pick us up on stands, online, and on your device, and right here at NBC2. Appreciate all that you guys do. Thank you.
All right, Eric, thanks so much. Always a pleasure to have you on the show, and we'll see you next week.